Good morning, ladies and gents. Today I'll be joined by a barking dog. Anyway, I think the best way to start this new season is with a reading from Notes on Judas. Chapter 1, POU. Truth be told, all of us deserve to take a piss on ourselves from time to time. When I say all, it is without the inclusion of those who cannot help themselves, like infants, the elderly, and people with disabilities. Those of us who can refrain from wetting our pants need to wet them with urine at least once in a while. Now that I have your attention, I can let you down by saying that I mean take a piss on ourselves, metaphorically. This episode is called Chapter 1. Welcome, ladies and gents, to another episode of the Hustle video series with me, the 97. We are in season 2, which is absolutely awesome. As you can see, I have this new table in front of me. I'm calling it the leaning table of the 97. Quite funny, isn't it? Anyway, so this is what I said in the start of the video. I spoke about how we need to take a piss on ourselves every now and then in the same way infants do. And that's all about not caring what other people think of you. I mean, we are in this life and we are so vain. And the reason why we are not happy and why we don't pursue the things which we want to pursue is because we care what people think of ourselves. And the solution to that is extremely simple. You need to have the conversation with the people whom you are scared to fail in front with. So let's say, for example, you are scared to fail in front of your dad or your mom or other family members or maybe some close friends. What you need to do is you need to have the conversation with them. You need to go to them, tell them that you are scared to fail in front of them and that their view of you is hindering you from doing what you want to do. Opening up to them in that way is already the first step towards not caring what they will think of you. And that is very important. I think that in schools today, at universities today, we need like a class, a subject which goes about how not to give a fuck about what people think of you. That's extremely important. It keeps us back. It holds us back. Their views of us, the fear of their views of us, it almost paralyzes us. It does paralyze us from doing what we want to do. And at the end of the day, we don't live our lives. We live the lives that we think they want us to live. We live for their approval and not for the things that make us happy. And that's a great sadness. I mean, I'm on this journey and there are a lot of people who don't approve of what I'm doing. But I'm happy while doing it. So if I'm going to live for their approval, then I'm not going to be joyful, then I'm not going to be happy, then I won't be doing this video series because I'm sure there's a lot of people that think it's silly, that it's stupid, but I don't care. I've worked out in my mind that I should not care about what other people think of me in order for me to do that which I want to do. And that's what we need to teach children. That's what children need to learn at school, how not to care what other people think of them. That does not mean that they have to go out there and do stupid stuff while other people get hurt because of their actions. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: we are sometimes so concerned about small things and what people will think of us that we don't go to the place where we need to go in order to do what we need to do. That we don't walk up to someone in town and ask them, listen, will you buy my book? That we don't go to people and say, please give me this opportunity, because we are scared of what they will think of us. We don't go to people and when we introduce ourselves, say that we are entrepreneurs, say that we are authors, say that we are rappers or musicians or whatever, because we are scared about what they will think of us. Everyone's a rapper these days. Everyone calls themselves an entrepreneur. You call yourself an author. How many books have you wrote? How many books have you written? How many books have you published, etc. But guys, I'm telling you right now, you need to work it out in your mind and stop caring about what other people think of you. What if I just sit here for 3 minutes doing nothing, yawning? I don't care. You shouldn't care what people think of you. If I think back about past days, there was a time when I really didn't care at all what people thought of me. I was brave. I was bold. And then recently, something just came up to me again where I started caring what people think of me. I was thinking back to the instances where I didn't care what people thought of me. And I was so ashamed of how I acted in those days. But it's so silly. It's so silly because when I did what I did back then, I was joyful, I was happy. And in the same way, if you want to be successful, if you want to capitalize on your passion, If you want to monetize your passion, your art, your skill, then you need to stop caring what people think of you. So work on that. Have the important conversation. Go up to the people whom you are scared to fail in front of and tell them that their opinion matters to you and that you are scared about what they will think of you if you start this endeavor. And don't let anything hold you back. If this is the one thing that's holding you back, if fear is holding you back, if fear is crushing you, then earnestly seek not to give a shit about what people say or think about you. My name is The 97 and this is the Hustle video series. See you next time.